Okay, this is my review of the SH Scorpion S-Max Tricopter. This is my first tricopter. I saw it on Banggood.com for $40, free shipping, so I just had to check it out. I was also very intrigued by the dual motors. It has a motor on the top and the bottom, and then the bottom prop is up. It's basically plugged in like these are, but from the top. So it is also firing air down. So you've just got two props firing air down for both, or for all three axes, which I guess they just had to do because the thing is so heavy. I mean, this thing is like a tank compared to the other quads. I don't know the figures, but it probably weighs twice as much. It's got these substantial metal landing gear, so it's kind of cool. It's got a nice, a nice foot to set on. It has a massive battery, which I have been unable to remove. I don't know if you can't remove it, but I mean, I can get it to move a little bit, but it feels like it's glued in there or something, and I don't know, I feel like I'm going to rip it if I try to pull on the plug, and so I've just left it in there. And then the canopy screws on to the body, so that's a little weird, though I guess you're not really going to hit the canopy in a crash. It would create a vulnerability, because instead of the body being able to just pop off, it's going to break in a wreck. It has a flip mode, which I was kind of doubtful would work at all. I don't know, it just seemed like a tricopter wouldn't be able to flip that well. But surprisingly, I've actually done a couple flips inside my house, and it's worked quite well. So I was surprised by that. But yeah, I mean, like, again, it's just so heavy. It flies like a tank, so it takes a little getting used to. But once you get the feel for it, it actually flies quite well. It's pretty stable. I can almost hold a hover with it. It works really well. But a couple of problems I've had are this rear top prop just fits really loose, so it just wants to come off all the time. Like, I already, the first one that it came with out of the box, the first time I throttled up, the propeller took off on its own. So I put the replacement prop on, and that was nice and snug for a while, but now after a few flights, it's starting to come off. Like, if I go to do a flip, and it gives that really quick burst, the prop just comes off and the helicopter crashes. So I'm going to have to figure out some way to make that a little more snug so it stops coming off. And then, and it also comes with a USB charger with the 2 ports and a USB cable. And then it has this Xbox 360 looking controller, which mine, when I give it full right stick, it sticks. There's just something, I don't know, it feels like there's some sticky substance in there. I don't know what it is. I mean, when I go down, it's fine. Go up, and it sticks. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter since I'm a pincher. I move my stick around on my own anyway. I don't really let it just snap back into place, so it hasn't really affected my flight. But I am going to try to open up the controller and see if I can fix that, just because it irks me. I just don't like that. So, yeah, a couple little problems with it, but, for $40, free shipping. It came from China and got here in like 6 days, which is the fastest shipping I've ever seen from China. So, shout out to Banggood.com. I would recommend buying stuff from them. They've got great prices, very reputable. I've heard of several people buying from them. But yeah, that's about all there is to say about it, so let's check out some flight footage. Okay, this is the flight of the SH Scorpion Tricopter. To start, you want to plug in the battery first, and then turn on your transmitter, and they should sync up. Some of them you have to give throttle first. I think this one, yeah, it's ready to go right away. Alright, so we're ready to fly. Just a couple things. I wanted to show the transmitter. This I find absolutely hilarious. tumbling action. Nice little typo right there on the transmitter. Tumbling. So that's your dual rate. That's your flip mode, aka tumbling action. And then you got your left-right trims and your forward-backward trims here, which I always forget which one's forward and backward. So every single time I've got to look at what happens. Okay, so left is forward, right is backwards. And I think this one needed a little bit of backwards trim for me. And then with this one I've got the transmitter where the right stick sticks when I press it up, so I'm gonna have to look and see if I can fix that. And also this top prop has been flying off, but I put a little piece of plastic baggie down on top of it and then push the prop down over that, so hopefully that'll help keep it a little bit snug. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna start off on low rates. So yeah, there's low rates, because it takes a little getting used to. The thing flies like a tank, so you kind of have to get a slow start for it. And as you can see, it's pretty stable. I mean, that's holding a pretty good hover there. Looks like I need some trim. Again, I always forget which way is which on the buttons. So it's got, you know, decent pirouettes there. And this does have a 6-axis gyro, not just the 3-axis, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, so there's your low rates. And let's see, here's high rates. So still not super touchy, but you know, enough to make it a little nimble. There's your pirouettes on high rates. Oh crap. Got hung up there a little bit. So I may try pulling off a flip here, because I've been pretty successful with them. So alright, here goes a back flip. Crap. It hit the ceiling before it flipped, and the prop came off. So where'd the prop go? Okay, so I found the prop and put it back on. Hopefully it's tight enough. I'll give one more shot on a flip. So there we go. So that's really quick flip there. That was pretty nice. Let's line it up for another one of those. Really nice flips. So that was really surprising to me. Like, I did not expect a tricopter to be able to flip that well. There's a forward flip. So yeah, so pretty cool actually. I was not expecting much out of this, but it actually turned out to be pretty nice. I mean, you can see it. It can get pretty stable if I want it to. But yeah, it kind of flies like a tank because it's really heavy and it's got a huge battery, and it still only gets maybe 6-minute flight times out of that huge battery. But yeah, that's about it for the flight, so let's take her in for a landing. And that's that, the SH Scorpion S-Max with the 6-axis gyro, kind of cool looking body, tricopter, neat landing gear, metal landing gear, and the very unique dual motor system. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon.